As many of us face difficulties with the energy crisis this year, one of the reasons that fuel bills have shot up has been the shortage of gas from Russia.
Gas prices have been fluctuating like crazy, but part of me can't help but think what is actually causing this. A lot of people say it's the war in Ukraine is causing it. Some people just say it's fabricated. You never really know what the truth actually is.
According to a recent report named The Gas Challenge by Roland Berger, the global consultancy, risks of gas supply cuts will not only persist for energy-intensive industries, the challenge would also affect manufacturing businesses, especially the automotive industry in the UK. It is the first time on record that Britain imports no gas from Russia. The increasing price of gas is affecting household budgets and driving up costs for manufacturing firms. We've sent our reporter Crystal to find out more. I'm now at Jaguar Castle Bromwich in Birmingham, and this is where the British luxury vehicle brand hosts its major manufacturing facilities. Each year, more than 200,000 cars are produced in this plant. As car factories in the country have been facing challenges caused by the energy crisis, some plants have been announced production suspension or even complete closure. I've talked to a production manager here in the factory of Jaguar, and this is how Dave says they are affected.
In terms of Russian gas, we're not directly affected. We buy our energy from EDF, and it's ring-fenced from renewable sources. Energy crisis, well, potentially, yeah, just the same as any other business. We use a lot of energy, obviously. So if that energy became unavailable for whatever reason, then I guess it could impact our manufacturing processes. Just same as any other company, any other business. If you can't get your energy, you can't use it.
Well, that's all about the vehicle manufacturing in Birmingham. Back in Sheffield, I've been to a car dealership to see how they're seeing things. I've spoken to Josh, the salesman at Jaguar, to ask about the impacts they have received since the energy crisis has started.
It's mainly the cost of living in general with it. We sell quite expensive cars, so obviously with that, the cars, now people are having to take into account, instead of just the price of a vehicle, the prices of the fuel that's going to take to run that car, because that's obviously also gone up probably £100 to £400 a month for most people. So that can have a big negative effect really on the car market in general, just because people are having to equate for an extra £400 a month to be able to run their car, not just that monthly payment to be able to own it.
As this national car brand sells quite expensive cars, they may hold different opinions with the consumers who stopped using cars due to the energy crisis. I've been speaking to people at diverse age groups at Sheffield City Centre to ask them about their thoughts.
It makes me feel nervous about using energy. I do drive, but I drive an electric car, but I try and cycle as much as I can as well. So I'm trying to use my bike more than the car. But I'm just very, very aware of what I'm using and how. I'm not trying to reduce using gas as much as possible and only using electricity, but trying to reduce that as well.
Saving is a lot more difficult, and we're trying to buy a house, and that's become difficult enough on its own. But now that you have the added cost of just keeping on top of all the bills, the noticeable change just in the year alone is quite impactful.
In case of future possibility of existing energy crisis, Josh have given us some solutions on how the car industry will improve customers' experiences during the time of gas shortage. And this is to ensure people's travel convenience.
So the electric is coming there, so it's becoming more and more popular by the day, and the reason because of the pricing of gas and the fuel and electric prices and stuff like that. Again, with electric prices coming up, it's people are now thinking whether to stay in their petrol or diesels, because if you actually look, the price of electric's not that much cheaper than the price of diesel nowadays. So personally, I drive an electric car, and I used to put £450 a month worth of diesel into my car. Now my electric bill's gone up £130. So maybe the electric's gone up quite a bit, but it's still a massive save compared to the diesels. As far as making their life easier, at the minute while the infrastructure is in place, it's still hard to charge in. But then once the rest of the country and the infrastructure comes in place where you can charge your car as easy as you can go and fill up a diesel, it will become a lot easier then.
A cold winter is just around the corner. Have you applied for the energy grant? Well, no matter whether you have a car, why not start to save some money to avoid spending Christmas at a bar? We will see how it goes for the skyrocketing prices and energy crisis. And this is Crystal Reports from Sheffield.